What is going on, everyone? Misha Wilson here. Let me know what your name is and where you are coming in from as you hop on here with me live and pay attention to today's message. Not tough love. I wouldn't call it tough love here today, but I do have a message that's vitally important for you guys to understand if you're to make the kind of progress that you want to make within your business. So let me know what your name is and where you're coming in from. Oh wow, it looks like something got up on my deck and it ripped my chair apart. Look at that. Interesting. Got to get that fixed. So having said that, today I want to talk about the topic of, the quote, "There's no such thing as a stupid question." All right, and I want to talk about two types of individuals and really kind of more or less the difference between two types of individuals. But having said that, if you're not subscribed to this channel, be sure to go ahead and like and follow our page. Be sure to head over to the Super Affiliate Network. You can go ahead and claim a free video that'll show you the system that we use to generate profits online and exactly how you can too. So go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, follow, all of the above. And having said that, let's go ahead and dive into today's message. So if you pay attention to the entire marketplace, and if you pay attention to all the various individuals who really kind of more or less make up the marketplace, you'll see that there are two types of individuals in this world, and really beyond just our marketplace, just kind of more or less in general day-to-day life, all right? And the first type of individual is a problem solver, and the second type of individual is the person who always looks for someone else to solve their problems for them, all right? And I want to talk about the fact that one of the most valuable things you can do for yourself when it comes to your business, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to anything you actually want to do in life, any endeavor you're looking to dive into in life, is to take on the role and to actively take on the role in a proud manner of being an actual problem solver instead of being that person who always looks for other people to solve problems for them. All right? So I can't tell you how many questions I get on a daily basis from people who are genuinely wanting to succeed in their business, who are genuinely wanting to create their breakthrough, who are genuinely wanting to take their life to the next level, that could be very readily answered using YouTube or Google or any of the various social media search engines even out there in 15 seconds by doing a simple search, right? But instead they come to me and they look for me to solve their problem for them. I can't more or less, and I'm not calling anybody out here. I know a couple of people asked me questions very recently. I'm not calling anybody out here specifically. I'm talking about the behavior just kind of more or less in general, but I can't tell you how many people come to me and ask me questions about our system, if you're a Super Affiliate Network member, that can be more or less readily answered by, doing a quick search in the back office or in the Facebook group, or looking on our affiliate agreement, or looking on, our disclaimers, any of the pages that we have on the actual site, to very quickly and very easily find that actual answer that you're looking for. And what I'll tell you, being the CEO of the company, being the person who, can look at all the various members and look at the members who are producing, amazing results in their business, or look at the members who really kind of aren't producing the results in their business, is firstly, the simple fact that every single member who produces the results they're looking for in their business, they ask way fewer questions, all right? So one of the interesting things about the industry is that you'd think the producers, you'd think the people who are making things happen, you'd think the people who are really kind of more or less crushing it in their businesses, you would think those would be the types of individuals that when you get around them, they want to mastermind, they want to take their game to the next level by asking you what you're doing and getting an inside look at your business and seeing exactly what's working, exactly how it's happening, right? And the truth of the matter is that it's completely and totally opposite. So when you get around a producer, when you get around someone who's actually doing something in their business, when you get around somebody who's actually making things happen in your business, they ask very few questions. Really all they want to do is they want to hang out with other people who are producers and other people who are like them and really kind of more or less be on the same page with them, all right? They really just kind of more or less want to hang out. Where on the flip side, the person who isn't producing, the person who isn't creating the results they want to within their business, the person who isn't really seeing kind of the progress that they want to in their business, will always ask questions, and I'm not saying asking questions is bad. Asking questions is one of the most valuable things that you can do in your life if you ask the right question, all right? There's a quote I believe, I forget who originally said it. One of my mentors, Tim Irway, told it to me, and Dagan actually told it to me after Tim Irway did, but more or less it's the simple fact that the quality of life that you have will be directly proportionate to the quality of question that you ask yourself, right? So questions are awesome. You have to ask questions. You have to ask the universe questions. You have to ask yourself questions. But having said that, asking the wrong questions can be equally detrimental to your journey as, of course, the positive impact of asking the right questions can have. So people who aren't producing the results they want to in their business, people who aren't seeing the progress they want to in their business, people who aren't producing, commissions, quantifiable growth, people who aren't growing, they're constantly asking questions that can be answered very quickly by doing a little bit of their own problem solving. They're constantly asking questions that, to be honest, shouldn't be taking anybody else's time in going ahead and having them answered. They're constantly asking questions that if they got in the habit of being the actual problem solver themselves, they would immediately have an answer to, and thus the problem would be removed that second. All right, so understand, whenever you ask a question, whenever you reach out to someone for advice, you're now really kind of more or less telling that person that you're dependent on them in order to go ahead and really kind of more or less get the answer to, of course, the problem that you're seeking, all right? And what that means is that if your question isn't good, if your question isn't thought through, if your question is something that you could very easily get by not going to that person, firstly, the person who you ask isn't really gonna take you seriously, all right? So you're gonna lose kind of more or less rapport with that person who you go ahead and ask the question to. And then secondly, you're gonna have to wait for a reply, all right? You're gonna have to wait for the reply from the person who really isn't taking you seriously. So based on that fact, you're going to have to wait usually a good period of time in order to get any reply in order to really move forward in your business, all right? So get in the habit of being the problem solver yourself. Get in the habit of, before you ask a question to someone, just kind of more or less knee-jerk asking a question, look at whether or not you actually have to ask the question. Look at whether or not the answer is right in front of you by tapping into Google, by tapping into YouTube, by tapping into social media, by tapping into some community that you're a part of, by tapping into some resource that you have available to you, and make a decision right now here today on this live to go from that group of people who always look at other people to solve their problems to that group of people who, of course, is the actual active problem solver, and really the group of people who, in the bottom line, at the end of the day, get shit done, make things happen, produce results, create progress, create rapid growth within their business, and as a result, see the level of progress and see the level of result that they actually long for, all right? If you make a decision right now here today to become a problem solver, long-term, every area of your life will be impacted in a positive way. And once again, you'll grow your business more quickly, your relationships will be better, you'll have less kind of more or less, you'll have less interaction with individuals when you shouldn't have interaction with individuals, and the level of interaction that you have with individuals when it comes to the questions that you're actually asking will be high quality, because when you ask someone a question, an actual good question, just like when you ask them a bad question, it turns them off from wanting them to actually work with you. When you ask them a good question, it equally turns them on in wanting to work with you, all right? So a little lesson inside this lesson here today within this Facebook Live, one of the best ways to get free mentorship I've found, one of the best ways to get free advice I've found from multiple seven, 8-figure producers is simply by asking good questions to those individuals, because when you ask good questions to those individuals immediately want to actually help based on the fact that they see potential, based on the fact that they really see something in you, and based on the fact that your question's actually thought through, and it's not just really kind of more or less asking for your hand to be held by that individual. So that's my message for you here today. Again, not tough love. This isn't actually singly, pointed at anybody that asked me a question recently. If you're watching this Facebook Live, this isn't kind of more or less calling anybody out on a behavior. This is really kind of more or less me genuinely wanting you to create your breakthrough in your business, me genuinely wanting you to succeed within your business, me genuinely wanting to really share what I believe to be one of the most important lessons that you have to learn to more or less adopt within your life and within your business. if you're to create success. So having said that, give me some likes, comments, hearts, shares, all of that good stuff if you guys got value. I see 25 people on here with me live. I appreciate all you guys. And if you're a Super Affiliate Network member, get registered for the webinar tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, the corporate update. I'll share this in the group, and I'll put a link to the actual webinar above. Think through the questions you ask before you ask. Become someone who asks good questions. And once again, the rewards will be, far beyond what you could ever imagine. So with that said, I appreciate all you guys. Talk with you all very soon. Until then, over and out.